after John tells Vince, the loser, that ever since the Nap video came out, I've run away and I took my Discord down, which is a subreddit in his mind because he doesn't know what the fuck anything is. He's a moron. He believes everything people tell him. He then goes on and explains to me that I'm the idiot.
Oh, you're so ugly.
Are you ever going to be right about anything? You know how many times you've been wrong? Let's go through the list. Stuttering John really didn't beat Shaq in basketball. Oh, he didn't realize I had the tape. Yes, I did.
That's not how basketball works. John had this thing for the Tonight Show a bit where he had to get 1 point before Shaq got 5. He threw up a shot from behind the three-point line that Shaq didn't even contest, and it went in. He's like, I wanted basketball. That's not what basketball is, idiot. You can't just change the rules of basketball and call it winning. But okay, that's the first thing I'm wrong about. What else?
Stuttering John didn't really interview OJ. Oh, we found the tape. Yes, I did.
So I guess here we disagree on what the word interview means. Because OJ was in his limo with the door closed and the window up when you yelled things at the limo. You yelled at a car is what you did, but you call it interviewing OJ. Okay, if you say so. No, correct me if I'm wrong, Eric Zane. You've been in radio all your life. In interview, usually the interviewer asks a question, the interviewee answers, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I think you got it down. I think you've covered it.
Typically, that's the definition of an interview. Okay, I thought so.
Maybe not with Joe Matarese, but
John, I'm still waiting for the answer from our interview the other day.
Yeah, right. All right, what else was I wrong about here?
Stuttering John says I posted his MP3 on my Patreon. I never did. Oh, we found the screenshot. Yes, you did.
Where's the screenshot that I posted his entire audiobook on my Patreon? I definitely did not. But where is the screenshot he talks about? Yeah.
Show it.
He showed that one link that was in a Google Doc. He showed it to Vinny Paulino. I remember that. Yep. And it was literally called the name of our 5th episode. It was like episode 5 or whatever it was. Mm-hmm. And he goes, see, there it is right there. And Vinny goes, that looks like that's the podcast title. He's like, it's .mp3. Yes, the podcasts are all .mp3s. They're audio files, John.
So what was that?
I can't tell if he's becoming Kevin Brennan or if Kevin Brennan is becoming him because he makes up these lies and he yells about him over and over again as if that's going to make it true by just saying, I mean, Carl lies about how the fact that he put my audiobook up on a Patreon, even though I've never proven it and it's stupid and it makes no sense and I've changed my story 5 times. I just keep saying it, so it must be true.
Yeah, if he talks to somebody else about it, his buddy.
Right, his buddy agrees with him.
And that's...
Although his buddy was going to show the screenshot, but he was in Mexico.
Right, so it's impossible.
So he couldn't do it at the time. But his publisher, too, saw it, even though he doesn't talk to his publisher anymore because his publisher ripped him off, which he told to, who was it? That chick he was hitting on, who was all done with men, who used to date the guys in
Kermit
Poison.
Oh.
No, not Elisa Jordana, although that's a good guess because she also is done with men. Anyway, but John's going to explain more of my lies here, things I'm wrong about.
Vince the lawyer is muttering Jay. Oh, you had to backpedal on that, didn't you? Because he's not.
Ooh. He is.
That fate.
He is. Muttering Jay. Vince the lawyer is definitely muttering Jay. I have the evidence. I'm not going to show it. I've shown it to Shuley. I've shown it to producer Joe. I don't need to show it to you assholes. But yes, it is. The only thing that I backpedaled on is that there's more than one person who has that account because I don't think Vince is such a loser he could tweet at me 238 times in one day. So I'm sure there's another person or other people who also have access to it.
Holy shit. Stuttering John's not going to go to Atlantic City. Oh, I did.
Oh, that.
Okay. That's the funniest one. The only reason why he did is because Vince had to convince him to come and paid for everything. Every single thing was paid for, his travel, his drinks, his food, his gambling money. He was given money by Broccoli and Vince to take care of everything. Oh, that's a funny thing, too, that I learned about when Vince called in to be Dabbling Live today. I discovered that John said that he was going to split the money they made when they were live casting from the suite. Mm-hmm. And it was $240 they made. He told Vince, yeah, I'll give you 120. And then he texted Vince later. He's like, that was a joke. I'm not really going to give you that money. He can't even give Vince the $120 he promised him when Vince spent how many thousands of dollars on John that last weekend?
So he steals beers and money.
Yes.
Wow. After everything's been paid for.
What a friend, huh?
In survival mode. He's like a cockroach.
He really is, yes. All right. You guys ready for a sick burn, though? Because it's not just John making up these things that I said that are wrong that are actually right. It's also great jokes at my expense.
Holy fuck. You just nonstop. Dude, you know what? You need more naps. You need more naps.
Don't we all?
Sickest burn ever right there. I might not recover from that one. Eric, thanks for doing my last show with me. Appreciate you being on here.
Go take a nap.
Can't wait to take a nap.
I have to say, guys, they're right before I spliced in that fun video clip. This is what John's face is. This looks like a guy who's having fun. He's mentioned many times, and he loves doing this. He loves being in the Dabbleverse and podcasting. He's having a lot of fun doing it.
There's your Duke right there.
Wow. Duke of Hurl.
Yeah, I get it. So I pulled this ISO that I think sums it up perfectly when talking about Stuttering John.
People are duping me with the wrong intel.
Now, okay, let me explain something.
No.
I took that out of context because he was saying, like, I would say that. Oh. Even though John would say that if he knew what the fuck was going on. Now, if I was Vince, I would take that clip and turn it into a 15-minute long bit where I explained that he actually admitted that he was being duped with the wrong information. But see, I don't do that here. I just play it because it's funny, and John's an idiot.
Oh, my God.
I have to play for you guys. John's writing his own bits now. You know, when John was at his peak, it was Fred and Jackie and sometimes Howard writing questions for him and telling him what to do. Well, now we're in a place where Stuttering John is coming up with his own bits. And this is amazing. This is how we started off his show yesterday. Guys, if you laugh too hard, please just mute your mics. I don't want this to be too loud for people to hear. So just watch for that. He's eating a chicken cutlet.
Oh, God, I hate that sound. Oh.
Looking around the room. Drinking his Mountain Dew. This is how normal people have lunch, right?
Yeah, but you don't notice. It's Mountain Dew. That's a sign. Oh.
Gross.
He's not wearing a bra.
He's not wearing his bra.
He looks like an old lesbian.
Yep.
Right.
The thing in his arm.
He's getting haircuts today. He said that.
What a look.
He knows his hair stinks.
Guys, this is a bit. Just so you know, he came up with this idea and then executed on it.
Oh,
Pinky out.
Yep. Pinky out. More Mountain Dew. Drinking. Now it's time for some pills.
All right, drug time.
Yeah. This will make the pain go away.
If you snort the Klonopin, it'll get to you faster, John. Tukey heard that before.
What is happening? I don't know why you're not laughing right now, Eric. I assumed that I wasn't looking at you. I assumed you muted yourself. You haven't muted yourself? This is the bit.
Poor Maribeth. She's gagging. She's gagging.
Oh, it's so gross.
All right, so more pills.
Okay, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Struggling with the
guy
bottle.
who works out every day. Why does he need all these pills?
He goes to the gym every day.
We're watching him work out right now.
Yes, this is workout.
He literally said he goes to the gym every day.
The burps.
I go to Jim's Tavern every day.
Right.
Jim's
Stakeout. All right, so now he's washing down the pills with his Mountain Dew.
More burps.
Yep.
He must be a treat to go out to eat with.
I mean, this is a bit though. See, he's giggling. Now he's realize that his green screen isn't where it should be.
Jesus. The hell's going on? The fuck?
All right, now.
Oh, shit.
This is where it gets really funny, guys.
Oh, I get it now.
Hold on. It's going to get really funny in a second here.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
There we go.
Oh, take your Band-Aid off. You see that?
Let's go live.
See, guys.
All right, let me hit the live button.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, he didn't know.
He didn't know he was live this whole time.
Live.
Oh my gosh. He goes, let's go live. I'm going to hit the live button because he doesn't think he's live yet. Isn't that great?
Oh, John.
Well, you would definitely tell yourself, okay, let's go live.
Yep. Especially when you're by yourself like you always are.
Yep. Oh, so bad.
This fucking thing. The fuck over there. Jesus Christ. Gonna get a fucking haircut? Fucking hell. The fuck?
Language.
Scandal!
All right.
no.
We landed it. Well done, John Melendez, completing that bit flawlessly. You see, guys, the joke was, even though he had hit the intro music to his show and then was obviously on his show because he's looking at himself and adjusting the green screen, he didn't realize that he had started it yet. And so we got to catch him in his natural. I don't know why you're not finding this hilarious, producer Chris.
It's disturbing.
I'm in awe. How about that? This is how you do it, folks.
This guy has zero talent. He has no idea what he's doing.
Not only that, but that is true, but the whole, he took time to think that up. That wasn't on the fly. He prepared that.
Oh, no.
He had to have all that shit ready to go.
He had his chicken cutlet there. He had his pills all ready to go. He had his green screen fucked up. He's like, oh, this is going to kill. I'm really going to get over. In his head, this is what's going on in his head, because I know this guy too well at this point. He's going, and then the Shuli Network is going to play this like I didn't know I was on, and the joke's on them. Because I did know. It's the same when he had a fucking half-shaven mustache. Like, no, John, we know. Fucking idiot. Anyway, you talked about, Eric, how he obviously had that bit prepared. Well, he came with more than one bit prepared for this show, which is very impressive. He's mad at Ray DeVito, and he's got a new nickname for him.
Come on. And then you got Ray DeVito, who I'm calling Raver, because he's my dog. Not Rover, Raver.
Oh, yeah, we got it.
Ooh. Well, how about just Ray DeVito? Ray DeVito.
Yeah, no, we did this like 6 months ago.
Better than Raver. That's bad even by his standards. Yeah. Raver, it kind of sounds like Rover, and he's my dog. Wait, what? They're two different things. Talking about. But he obviously had that bit worked out, because now he's going to go into his Raver jokes for Ray.
Because he's getting his daddy's attention. Here, Ray, let me throw you a biscuit. I'm going to talk about you, okay? Let me throw you a little biscuit. Okay, now sit, Ray. Sit, Raver. Fetch, Raver. Roll over, Raver. Play dead, Raver. Costume change.
Oh, that's the other thing, too. So John went on MLC this week and decided he's going to start piling on Ray DeVito. That's what you do when you go on MLC. You goof on Ray or Chad, whoever's there. And John's big thing was that at halftime during the Super Bowl, Ray went up to his hotel room, took a shower, and then came back down with different clothes on. I don't know about you guys, but every time I've ever taken a shower, I put on different clothes afterwards. I don't put the same clothes on I was just wearing.
Right.
So it's very normal. But John acts like this is the craziest thing. It's similar to my wife asking if I had taken a nap. This guy changed clothes after a shower. We're going to be laughing about this for decades to come.
Tukey, time out. I do have to interject here.
Yes.
That was the third time Ray changed his clothes at the start of this. He had 3 different clothes changes at the start of the game by halftime. From the start of the game to halftime, Ray had 3 different outfits on, and I never heard that he took a shower. I don't know where the shower thing is coming from, but it was kind of hilarious because we have no idea why he was doing that.
Okay.
Well, it's very possible. Maybe you want to do 3 different podcast episodes and make it look like, like when you do a game show, you film 5 in a day.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he was doing that. All right. So costume change is hilarious, Tukey. Is that what you're telling me?
It kind of was because, we think he changed his first sweatshirt because Melton pointed out that it was still brand new and had the creases. So we were making fun of him for that. And he didn't like that. So the next time we saw him, he had his sweatshirt that is kind of pink, but it looks more like it was a gray sweatshirt that he threw a red hat in with us.
Yeah.
So we started making fun of him for that.
Maybe his comforter.
And that's when he came down in a third one.
In a robe.
But the third one was the one where he has 2 naked child angels feeling each other up for some reason. So it didn't matter what he wore. We made fun of everything. It didn't matter. It was the best weekend ever.
He was in his room. He's like, I'll show those fuckers. I'm putting on the angel shirt.
But again, I don't even think John noticed this. I think John heard this because Melton and I were talking about it on the show that night. Because I'm not sure if people were noticing that. We noticed it because we were just fixated on Ray. But I don't know.
John takes things like that and turns it into comedy. So that's the thing you're not understanding, Tukey. It's like you might have thought that was comical, but it wasn't until John went on MLC and used the words costume change. And that's what really gave this whole thing life. And that's why we're all talking about it nonstop now. So at this point in the show, John someone asked him a question about Royce DeRazio, his first co-host on the Stuttering John podcast. Mm-hmm. And they had some type of falling out. Now, Royce owned an arcade and hired John to move arcade games for him. That was one of the jobs that John had after the Stephanie Miller show. And apparently they had this big falling out, and John claims a lot of things. I really want to get in touch with Royce. If anyone knows how to get in touch with him, doesn't look like he's been online in a while. I don't know what's going on, but he claims that Royce stole a bunch of equipment from some dude and then sold it all. He says that he struck John's channel for videos that Royce had put there himself. And he says he's a terrible temper and would scream at John all the time. It's funny to me that John talks about working with Stephanie Miller and Howard Stern and Royce. Everyone's always yelling at John. Is it because you're obnoxious and annoying? Mm-hmm. I don't yell at any of the people who work over here at WATP because everyone here is friendly and nice and easy to get along with.
Yeah, we do our job.
Blink twice, Chris. You're amongst friends here. This is a safe space.
Fucking blink twice, I swear to Christ.
Right. Sir, if you'll just stop yelling at me.
All right. So someone puts up a real question. Not goofing on his kids, not goofing on him, but just like a question that John answers. It's about Royce. And so John, this is where you start to see the real John. This is the part that I enjoy seeing where the real John comes out and he explains what he wants to have going on his show.
Tim's Totality. Thanks for the $2. I asked a great question, Johnny boy. Yes, you did. And I appreciate that. If these trolls would actually super chat me and ask I have so many stories from Stern, so many stories from Jay Leno that you guys would love, but you don't ask any questions like that. You're all just concerned with trashing my kids.
This is the thing. We don't care about your stories, Chow. We've heard your stories. They're boring.
And we're also concerned about trashing you.
Right.
Yes, it's such a cash cow for him. And I don't know, maybe he realizes that that's never going to stop. And if he keeps fighting it like that, it'll continue to support him. You know what I mean? Maybe he knows more than we're giving him credit for.
See, Eric, you are in that naive stage that I've been there. We've all been in that stage. We're just like, well, John's not that stupid, right? No, he is.
Innocent Eric.
Yep, he really is. This stupid. He wants it to be like, guys, you guys love me from the Howard Stern show. Why not just ask me questions about the Howard Stern show? I can tell you about Baba Booey's teeth. We used to goof on him. I once taped down Scott Salem's phone receiver. You could be asking me questions about that. I got great stories.
Oh, my God.
It's so sad because that's the real John. That's what he wants to have happen. So then someone does ask him a question. They're like, well, who is the biggest dick? Who's the biggest asshole celebrity to go on the Howard Stern show? All right, great. This is the questions that John wants. Let's see how he does with it.
I know Howard didn't like the guys from Silverchair.
Okay. Little known band.
Biggest dick on Stern. I don't know. David Letterman went he didn't really say hi to anybody. Just walked in. That's all I can think of at this point.
Great stuff, John.
I thought they were close. Stern and that's bullshit. Those two were.
Well, David Letterman doesn't give a fuck about Stuttering John. He doesn't say hi to him in the hallway.
Mm-hmm. John does not like to be snubbed.
That's the thing. And he's gone on and on about people who snubbed him at the Tonight Show. And Sacha Baron Cohen. He goes on and on. Chelsea Handler.
Triumph guy.
Yeah, exactly. So he goes off on these people who don't give him the respect he deserves as a stuttering moron, incompetent boob.
Right, but he wasn't saying that Stern thought David Letterman was an asshole, is he?
No, definitely not. No, he said that Stern didn't like the guys in Silverchair.
Right.
And then he didn't like Letterman.
Okay.
That was his big story. It's like, guys, just ask me questions. I got tons of stories. That was your story? All right, can we go back to goofing on you and your kids?
Next question.
That's so stupid. So I just have one more clip on here. And this is just to prove that of all these shows that have cropped up now in the Dabbleverse, John's is the worst. He's the worst of everyone at hosting a show because what he does zero prep. Well, except for the fact that bit he came up with and those hilarious jokes about Ray being a dog. Other than those things, he does nothing else. But he goes to these two different subreddits. He goes to Hackverse Anonymous and Shuli's Anonymous. And he just scrolls through and looks for videos and plays them. And when he can't find stuff, he gives up. This is unedited a portion of John's show from yesterday.
So that was me with the Nambla guy.
We sent John over. We kept quiet about it because we didn't want to get, we want to make sure he got in, but.
Let's see.
So when I had told Chad that
here is
downstairs in that cafeteria area,
no, that's
I didn't.
Not, hold on.
By the way,
I don't know what.
April Imhold, everyone's talking about how she wore a bikini the other day. God damn. Well done, April. not bad. Jesus Christ.
I don't know where the fuck I saw this, but.
And now it's a violation, like a parking.
I like how they just start playing.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing. He's got everything on autoplay. So as he's scrolling through Reddit, you just hear videos just cropping up and playing. He's just scrolling.
And other hits like.
Let me see.
Chad's looking rough. Did you see that? Poor Chad.
Yeah.
He's growing a beard. He's got a beard going now. We're entering the era of bearded Chad.
Remember, crazy. When he kept saying, "I'm getting ripped. I'm going to be so ripped for summer."
No, he's not.
No, he's not in good shape. He looked
Does
terrible
that mean
in
drunk
AC.
too? Doesn't rip mean being drunk?
Yeah,
he's doing that.
Getting ripped on.
And now it's a violation, like a parking.
Now we know whose jaw is getting broken next.
All right.
That's kind of funny.
So let's see. Plague Rat, thanks for the $5. John, my kids keep having nightmares about Hitman Dan's wife. Can you please look into the camera and tell them that she isn't real?
This is what his show is. When he's not reading super chats that are goofing on him, he's scrolling through and not finding what he's looking for on subreddits.
Mary Beth, did you see Hitman Dan's wife?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I saw her on the video. I don't know if I saw her actually in person.
Oh,
well, you would be stoned right now if you had. So I'm sure you just saw.
You would definitely know if you had seen her in person. That's why I was curious.
I wish I had seen her in person because on screen she didn't look too good.
No, keep your innocence. You're a sweet girl.
I would hope that maybe real life would be better. I'm guessing no then.
Toogie?
What'd she say?
Well, I guess the question is, does she just not like photograph or videotape well, or is she actually?
Oh, she doesn't everything well. Like unless Tuki's eyes have some kind of horror movie filter attached to them that Tuki does not know about. Holy shit! I have seen zombies are real, people. I've seen them. They're here. They're in Atlantic City. At least they were. And I think I tripped on one of their ears. I swear her ear fell off her head.
Well, I will say this. John's a class act, and he wants to stick up for his buddy, Hitman Dan. So as everyone's ripping on what his wife looks like, John fixes it all by going, "Oh, I used to beat off to her. She's pretty hot."
Oh.
He's amazing, isn't he?
I think before maybe they were allegedly snorting glass, that maybe she was a decent looking person, but your body can only take so much, and these people have tested the limits of their bodies.
They really have.
Holy shit.
They look like you sound.
Yes, thank you.
It's not good.
Thank you.
Who are these podcasts?